Good morning. No microphone yet. I tell you what, this way of doing things is driving me bonkers. Okay, I got the microphone on. Let's see how this works. Do you want some music this morning? I don't have my iPad up, but it is fully charged. I am happy to have a fully charged iPad. Yep, good morning. Now I got to get YouTube, or get my Facebook page up, and let's see where. Doop. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if I can get some music while I'm. Robert's been working outside the window again. I told him he could peek his way in there and wave, but he said, oh no, he would stay away from there while I did the show. I don't know what we got on here. Get on in here.
First thing in the morning, I clear my head. I stretch and yawn to greet the day.
Oh, this is routines.
Get myself all ready, down to my shoes. A healthy breakfast puts me in a rockin' mood. Routines, they keep me rockin'. Routines. There's no stopping me when I feel the power of my rockin' routines. After school or after lunch, I keep my cool. 'Cause afternoons have routines now, and that's my rule. Homework before playing, quickly get it done.
Okay, folks, that's enough. I got lots to say today. I'm gonna cut it off. Yep, gonna cut it off. I gotta have a haircut, y'all, or I've gotta learn to do something to it. That's just all it is to it. It's driving me nuts. And, oh my goodness. Robert's gonna start calling me Steve Bannon. Everybody's slicking their hair back these days, and I can't stand it slicked back. I just can't stand it, so I'm just gonna fix my hair on camera. Anyway, folks, I don't know what to do. I got makeup on, but the hair is causing me issues. Yep. I can't wait for it to get behind my ears. Yeah, let it get behind my ears. So, today is Plan and Play Day. Yeah, it is. Plan and Play Day. And, planning takes little creativity. Let me show you. Planning needs a calendar, because what we're doing with the calendar is looking into next month. So let's pull up the month of May. And those of you who are new here, our calendars, we usually take them off April 15th and take them off our website. But guess what? The year 2020 is going to be a year that we're going to be talking about forever and ever and ever. The year that we stayed home for 2 months. And what better way to commemorate this than with a 2020 calendar? So get your calendar now. We'll be taking them down in just a few days. But this calendar is $10, and it's good to the rest of the year. So let's think about May. May starts this Friday. May 1st is this Friday. I want you to look at your calendar and see if you've got any birthdays in May. Do you have birthdays coming up? We don't have any birthdays in May. No birthdays in May. Our birthdays are in September, December, November, January, and February. We have birthday in June. My daughter-in-law's birthday is in June. But our May calendar is pretty good. We've got a holiday in May. Memorial Day is observed on the 25th, I believe it is. That's what the calendar says, so I believe it. A lot of places aren't going back to work until the end of May. We're starting to open things up here in Western North Carolina because we don't have a lot of virus stuff here. But things are opening back up. But check your calendar and see if you've got birthday cards to send out or anniversary cards, or just think about it. You know, school was, we got Mother's Day coming up on the 10th. So there's lots of things we can get ready for right now. A little planning, but it takes a calendar. So if you don't have one of these calendars, you're missing out. Just look how big this calendar is. Just check it out. It is huge. And it's big enough to write your family schedule in quite well. So I've been staying in, let's see, I'm on 42 days right now. This is the 42nd day that I have been home, which is unheard of for me. I only got out this day right here, March the 30th, was the only day I have been out, and I went to the sheriff's office that day to get my concealed weapons permit. But I've been in the whole month of April, and here we are on the 28th day of April. So, we've gone through Easter, and we're coming up on May. So, this is Plan and Play Day. Get your calendar out and start looking at what you've got to do in May. And we're already working on our next year's calendar, 2021. And it starts in August, and it will go up for sale probably in June sometime. Sometimes June 15th, sometimes June 1st. It's just according to when our printer can get them going. And he's picking up the sample today that we've got for him, and we're excited to get ready for a new calendar. It's going to be purple. Instead of hot pink like last year's, it's going to be royal purple. Yeah, royal purple. We're excited about it. And it starts in August, but all of our vacations have gotten postponed a year. I have friends who were supposed to go to Italy and different places around the world, and they're putting them off a whole year. So we're already booking things into next year because of the coronavirus. So let's get things on our calendar. Let's look at immediate. So immediate things next week. We start with next week and the finish of this week. So if you have any birthdays on May 1st, you got to get a card ready to go. Because we're not really seeing our grandchildren. And I have a grandchild that has a first birthday, December 1st. Ethan has a December 1st, and he'll be 18 his birthday. 18 years old. That's just hard to believe that time flies when you're having fun. But notating things in calendars is a good thing because I keep my calendars. I have all of my calendars, and they have a specific place, and they take up about this much room, and I can look back and I can chart my weight, and I can do a lot of wonderful things, little investigative stuff, and also looking at what my schedule was back 10 years ago, or I think we've been having this calendar for about 12, 13 years. And it is an amazing tool. We've been selling a calendar since 2001, but it wasn't our calendar. We got it from another company, and they refused to make us a self-branded calendar. And guess what? Calendars can't be copyrighted. They can't be trademarked or copyrighted because a calendar is a calendar, and ours is just a plain calendar, except I got a quote on every page. Let's see what May's quote is. Let me find it. December, May. Set your timer for 15 minutes each day and let's get our bodies moving. Yeah, that's what our quote is for this year. I think we got some new quotes for next year. Somebody's outside working. Making your bed makes you smile. And it does. That's what April's quote is. So get your calendars out. Start planning. I mean, it's big enough. You can take a Post-it note and cut the sticky part off at the top and turn that into menu planning stuff. And it sticks right on there. Or you can get some Post-it note tape. I love this stuff. Flybaby told me about it. And you just tear off a piece of Post-it note tape or tape. I broke mine for some reason. And it'll just stick right where you need it. Right here. So start your planning, your menus for next week. Sorry about the noise, honey. Oh, y'all. Because he's got some... It smells, too. We got a piece of rotten wood out there, so he's working on it. So check your calendars. Think about what's for dinner. What are you having for dinner tonight? Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to do chicken and stuffing. Why am I making stuffing? Because I have bread that needs to be turned into croutons, and I've looked up a recipe for stuffing mix, and I have decided that I don't like artesian bread. I like sourdough bread, but I don't like artesian bread because I don't like that hard, crusty outside. And if I don't like it, I won't eat it. So that's going to be good for me. But I do like stuffing, and I'm going to make a bag. I might turn part of it into breadcrumbs because I use breadcrumbs a lot on fried chicken and different things that I put in the oven and bake. And so I'm going to make an herb stuffing mix, and I'm going to cook some chicken thighs and some herb stuffing and probably some corn and maybe something green. I don't know what to be green, but hey, I can't wait for my garden to grow. So Plan and Play Day is all about getting some things done because we got to clean out our refrigerators, and that's tomorrow, but kind of plan what needs to be cooked out of your refrigerator. And let's get those things going. You know, we got to get it out the refrigerator. But my grandmother taught me that anything you throw away from your refrigerator, whether it's something in the crisper that's gotten frozen, or that can be turned into bone broth, y'all. Anything like that can go. Anything that goes in the trash is like throwing dollar bills down the drain. Just throwing them in the trash. And you don't want to do that. Right now, we need to be saving with our food budgets because a lot of us are suffering with not having jobs. And so we need to be as frugal as we can possibly be. So I've taken all the little pieces of bread and I've cut them up into chunks, and I've got them in the oven at 200 degrees drying right now. And then I'm going to turn it into, yes, you heard me right, I'm going to turn it into stuffing. That, like the Pepperidge Farm stuffing. And I might turn some of them into breadcrumbs, and I might turn some of it into bread pudding. So there's a lot of things you can do with the bread that I've baked this past week. But I'm going to make some rolls, and I do have a bunch of sourdough mix that I need to sourdough starter that I need to deal with. But guess what? I don't have to do it today. And tomorrow I will do that. But right now I'm making breadcrumbs and croutons and my own little herb stuffing mix. And there's recipes all over the internet for that. You just put some celery and some thyme and some oregano and some different things with it. Toss it around and dry it out, and you've got some herb stuffing mix. Now, if you want to make stuffing, you got to put some chicken broth with it and fluff it up and cook it. Maybe an egg. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But that's going to be my play. So I'm planning what I'm doing with things, and then I'm going to bag it all up so that I have it in my freezer to be able to utilize. It's not going to go to waste because I can't stand for things to go to waste. Now, I still have my pretty loaf of bread that I made on Sunday, but I'm cutting up the artesian bread because it's just hard. I don't like hard bread. Just don't like it, and that way I won't eat it. I might eat it in stuffing, but hey, pasta is bread too, so we'll see. So plan your menus out. What's for dinner tonight? Has anybody? Who knows what's for dinner at your house? I haven't even looked at any. What's roaming around the fridge? Yeah, y'all. So y'all start posting what you're cooking for dinner and give some people some ideas on the rest of the week. We may have to start doing a little more no meat meals. Meat maybe Robert hasn't been able to get any hamburger meat, or we got those 2 little steaks, but that was about all they had in the store. So you got to be careful because you got to learn. You got to cook what you've got. Yeah, you just have to cook what you've got, and this will be a learning experience for us. So, yep, it's plan and play day. We got people not feeling good. Love bread pudding with bourbon sauce. Wow, that sounds really good. I don't think I have any bourbon in the house. Kimberly agrees with me. She doesn't like hard bread either. Barbecue chicken and garlic mushrooms and zucchini wedges. Wow, that sounds good, Jane. This is going to be fun. So I've got a bag of penne pasta in the refrigerator that needs to be used up. So I may make something with that to go with our dinner. So we'll see. Robert's just working away. He's amazing. He always finds something to do. So I want to thank y'all. I mean, you have y'all have been wonderful. Y'all have been wonderful. Your testimonials that y'all have been sending in, they're just so full of creative ideas. So please keep sending your testimonials. Please keep them coming because we love to read them, and I like to send them out to share what you're doing with the fly babies. And it's just amazing, especially right now when you're coming up with ways to utilize our pink rags and our purple rags and our silver rags, and how you're making do. And please send those testimonials. Send them to flylady@flylady.net with testimonial in the subject line and big letters so I won't miss it. So taking care of your home is such a beautiful thing to do. I mean, you had children to become a mommy, and taking care of those children. I know you get frazzled, but getting things out of the way, getting things done is going to help you be more patient, because that's what flying's all about. When you take care of yourself, finally loving yourself, that helps you to have self-respect, and when your batteries are replenished, you have more patience. And when you have more patience with your children, then you're showing your children that you can control your temper, because we have short tempers when we don't get enough sleep. My sister Dina the other day, y'all say a prayer for her. She's got surgery coming up 1st of May, on May the 5th, I think. So keep her in your prayers. But when you don't get enough sleep, I mean, I need my 8 hours. And this morning I slept till 9 o'clock, and that never happens. I woke up at 7, and then I turned over and went back to sleep. And the next thing I know, Robert's up and making coffee, and the smell of coffee woke me up. So I think I need another cup of coffee this morning. I don't like feeling like a slug because I slept too long. So I went to bed, and I did get my 8 hours. I went to bed at 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock to 9 o'clock, that's 8 hours. So I got my 8 hours in. So plan your menus. That's going to, if you know what you're going to cook, that's half the battle. Let's get something started. I've gotten my dinner started. I've got the chicken thighs out, and I'm making the breadcrumbs. I've got some corn in the freezer in the basement, and I'll be cooking a lot of this in the oven. And so I utilize I like an oven or a crock pot or the Instapot, our one skillet meal. I like those kind of meals. Makes me happy to have those kind of meals because it's not a lot of cleanup. And here's a secret for you. If you'll when you walk into your kitchen, if you will turn on your hot water in your sink and put some soap in the sink and fill it up with hot soapy water and drop things down in your sink in your hot soapy water while you're cooking, except for knives. Don't do knives. Leave knives on the counter. But your cleanup is going to be a breeze. Robert just turned the dishwasher on, so as soon as that gets through running, I put all the dishes away because I need a dirty dish disposal unit. And that's what your dishwasher is. And if you don't have a dishwasher, then clean out from under your kitchen sink and put a dishpan under there. Yep, just put a dishpan under there, and that becomes your dirty dish disposal unit. Yep, just that simple. So send me your testimonials because they make my day. I've gotten some good ones here lately. And you never know when I'm going to send one of yours out. So thank you so much for keeping us in business. Y'all have done it. You have done it. The government is kind of messed up on these SBA loans, and we still haven't. We've filled out all the paperwork, but we hadn't done it yet. But we hadn't needed it. So keep your testimonials coming. Keep buying the things that you're buying, and I may have an announcement in just a little bit. I can't wait to tell you about it. But it could happen real soon, and maybe by noon today. I have an announcement for you, but keep watching and keep looking for those emails. And if you're not getting our emails, sign up right now. Liz will put a link in. Liz will put a link in for you to sign up if you're not getting our emails, because those emails are what changes your brain. Yeah, and we need our brains changed just a little bit. Jump back in where we are. Get our emails, because I send out an Ask Fly Lady question. I send out a morning musing. We send out a testimonial about the habit of the month. And this month we're making our beds. Next month we will be moving for 15 minutes every day. Moving our bodies to get a little exercise in. That's our focus for May. Moving in May. January, shining your sink. February is decluttering 15 minutes every day. March is getting dressed to lace up shoes. June is going to be drinking our water. July, swish and swipe. August is getting our laundry done, doing a load a day. But if you're doing your laundry, you're doing a load a day, keeping your dishes washed in the dishwasher and put away. If you're doing those two things, getting dinner on the table and decluttering just a little bit, getting dressed to lace up shoes, 5 things. If you're doing those 5 things, bam, your house is going to look good. And I've been getting some gardening in and, doing 2 videos a day. I've planted seeds. I'm just having fun, getting things done. Now, I have always sort of worked from home, but I've never been stuck at home. So I'm staying in, so we can slow down the building of this virus. And I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick because I don't want to miss you. So let's keep doing what we're doing. I heard yesterday that CVS is going to be having the tests by the end of the month. I think they're going to be having tests through the drive-through windows. Won't that, you take your own swab and swab your cheek and you put it in a tube and give it back to them. And they'll get it tested. How cool is that? That's amazing. So testing is happening, and we're going to curb this virus. We're going to nip it in the bud. Yes, we are. There goes my sweet darling, working on the window. I love that window. That window used to be in our living room where our French doors are. He doesn't know I'm still doing the show. He's a sweetie. Anyway, I love you all. Let's see if we can get him on camera. Let me take my microphone off. Okay. Let me turn it around. There he is. He's working hard. See y'all later. Bye.